Hi, I'm Andrea. Welcome to my channel, I Need More Lives. Hi guys, as some of you know, in 2009 I had a lap band, and in 2010 I had a lap band taken out. I do not have any weight loss surgery now, and I do not have a lap band. The reason for that is I wouldn't recommend a lap band. Lap band really destroyed my quality of life, and I'll tell you why. Okay, the first reason, when you get a lap band, and you will not hear anybody talk about this too awful much, you will have productive burps. What a productive burp is, when you eat something that really doesn't go down well in your pouch, it will start to create mucus, very thick mucus. It's your body's way of excreting anything out of your digestive system. So you will have to go to the bathroom immediately when this happens. You can't just sit there. It feels like your head is going to pop off and explode. That pretty much the entire time I had a lap band, I experienced that multiple times a day when I would try to eat. It didn't matter what size I cut the food into. It didn't matter how many times I chewed. It didn't matter what I ate. I had productive burps every single day. I know that that can't be healthy for you to throw up every single day. Digestive juices on your teeth will erode your enamel, that's one thing. High blood pressure, busted blood vessels in your eyeballs, that's what it feels like, and that's what happened to me every single day for a year that I had it. The second reason is, when you get this lap band, you think your problems are solved. You have a weight loss surgery, you have your tool now, you can go about your business eating smaller portions. That's not the case. When you first get your lap band, most doctors don't even fill your lap band up with water. So you're starting out with just the band around your belly, around your stomach, okay? So yeah, that's great, and that can help stave hunger, right? But it's not going to give you the restriction that you need. This diet, the lap band, is for restriction. You eat less when you have a lap band because you have restriction. Your stomach is smaller, you have a little pouch that's, the size of, I don't know, a thumb, and once it's full, you're full, you eat less, you lose weight. In reality, that's not how it is. It can take up to a year, sometimes even more. Sometimes you can never, ever get restriction. I went in all the time getting 1 cc of water put into my band to, fill it up. And so I could get restriction. I never did have restriction. I could eat whatever I wanted to, the amounts of food that I can eat. One bite over that amount and I was throwing up, but I could eat a plate full of food. I had to, in my head, use my willpower to keep from eating a whole plate of food because I knew that I would throw up. If you're in a restaurant, you can't just sit there. You have to go throw up. I don't know anybody who could sit through a productive burp and not rush to the bathroom and throw up because it feels so good to get that out. It hurts very badly. That's mainly what I can say. It just feels like somebody's got their hands around your throat, they're choking you. The productive burps, you can aspirate it into your lungs. It's really nasty stuff. Everything about the lap band is bad in my opinion. Okay, the third reason, not that you have restriction is bad enough, but the third reason is this one time I actually got too restricted. And I thought, well, this must be what restriction feels like. So I'm going to go home and try it out and try to eat something. So I went home. The office was about an hour and a half away from where I lived. I went home, tried to eat something, immediately threw it up. I couldn't eat it. I couldn't swallow it, all the way. So that night I was trying to drink water, couldn't even get down water. I couldn't swallow my own saliva. That night, I called ERs everywhere. I had like 3 ERs in my town. Called every single one of them. I told them my situation. I have a lap band. I am over restricted. I need to get some of the liquid out of my lap band. They had no idea what I was talking about. And they said, oh, you have a lap band? We're not touching you. I said, can I please have an IV? I'm dying. And I was literally dying. I think I wouldn't have been able to last another half a day. I was dying. And I told the people, can you please give me an IV? No. We don't know what you have. We don't know the lap band. We don't know how that works. We're not going to touch you. An ER was not going to touch me. 3 of them in my town, not going to touch me, not going to deal with me. They didn't care about me. I was dying. That night, within 15 hours, I had lost 6 pounds because I was constantly throwing up and not able to drink down anything. I was actually forcing myself to drink something even though I knew I was going to have productive burps and throw it right back up. I was so thirsty. I was literally dying. Okay, 4th reason. This goes without saying. There can be complications before, right after you get your surgery. There could be complications. They could have nicked something in your body. You could bleed to death. While you're having the fills, they use a needle. They could actually puncture the tube that goes into your fill, and it's done. It's over. You have no band. I believe that's what happened to my band. I did have a complication with my band. Also, the band around it is kind of like sandpaper. The band can switch, and move and rub your insides raw, pretty much. You can have a leak in your stomach, which is what happened to a friend of mine. She almost died from it. She had a leak in her stomach where it had eroded, and she was literally cooking her insides with her digestive juices. Okay, if they had not found it, she just felt generally bad and had a stomach ache all the time. It wasn't anything too severe, but she was actually doing, permanent damage to her insides. When she went to the doctor, just by chance, he said, well, let's do a scope and check you out inside. She had indeed eroded, and had that not been caught, it could have killed her easily. Which is another thing that you can get is infection. Once your blood is infected, septicemia, that's pretty much it. That's the end of your life right there. Over something that causes you misery every single day. I really don't think it's worth it. Yes, I am obese. I have actually lost 100 pounds once after this and gained almost all of it back after I had the lap band, and I'm working on losing it again. Being obese is something that you're going to have to deal with your whole life, whether you have a lap band surgery or not. All of your fat cells that you have gained up until this point are still going to be with you for the rest of your life. They just shrink when you lose weight. So they're still there. You do have to deal with rapid weight gain once you start eating a normal person's diet. You're an obese person, you need to be on a diet for the rest of your life. That's just the way it is. On a lap band, yes, you can gain back every single pound that you ever lost on a lap band. You can out-eat the surgery for sure. I did not lose 1 single pound on the lap band. Not 1 single pound. I didn't have any restriction. I was constantly obsessed. And this is another, number 5. I was obsessed with eating, with food, with what would go down, how much can I eat, when can I eat, how long has it been since I ate, ice cream, can I eat ice cream, let me see, and then comes the productive burps all day long. It consumed my entire life. That's all I ever thought about was food. Yes, I do have a food addiction. I am a binge eater. Getting a tool, I hate that word. getting a tool like this is not something that a binge eater should have, period. It's dangerous. You can kill yourself with it. You can eat too much and actually kill yourself just because you ate too much. If you're a binge eater like me, I cannot control myself. I am on lockdown in this house. I have a certain amount of food. I have my binge foods that are not in this house. I requested that, and my husband knows all of my binge food. I requested that none of it be brought in here because I will eat it. Even if I promise I won't, I will eat it. So all the foods that I have in the house right now, I don't binge on. It's not my binge food. So it's easier for me to stay on a diet. But believe me, if I were by myself and buying my own groceries and not being helped in this way, I would binge. And I did binge on the Lapband. I did binge. I would have a month or so where I would do good, and then I would binge for a month. And it was every single day. I would get full, I would throw up. I would get full, I would throw up. And then I was thinking, wow, I'm not losing any weight, but I'm like eating and throwing up all the time, Or I can't eat because my band is too tight. Like when you wake up in the morning, your band gets really tight. You can't eat, and then you're still not losing weight, so you're in misery for no reason. I mean, it would have been not all right, but at least better if I had not been eating, or if I was eating and throwing up and losing weight at least. But when you have this, you don't lose weight with it. And I want to bring up one point, that every single person who's had Lapband surgery and has been successful with it is a person who has switched over their addiction from food onto exercise. It's called a transfer addiction. You go from one addiction to the other. Is an exercise addiction good? Probably not, but it's better than an eating addiction. But every person who I have seen has been successful with a Lapband for over 5 years, because anybody can lose 100 pounds in a year. Anybody. So if you've been successful for over 5 years with a Lapband, it is because you are busting your butt and you're exercising and you're staying on top of it. My question to you is, if you still want Lapband after reviewing this video and my experience, what makes you think that you are going to become a chronic exerciser just because you have a Lapband? I'm not a marathon runner. I don't have any ambition to run for exercise. I would like to run, away from things if something was chasing me, and I can't now, but I have no ambition to be a marathon runner or a mountain biker or a hiker. That doesn't interest me. So no, a Lapband would not be good for somebody like me. And if you are like me, you're a binge eater, you're not a chronic exerciser, what makes you think that having a Lapband will give you the motivation to do any of this? That's just what I want to ask you. I don't want you to get it. And I've talked to many people that have gotten it after I actually had 3 videos up and I said, this is bad, don't do it. They regretted their decision. That's why I wanted to make this video, and I've been wanting to make this video for over a year now, to tell about my experience and to warn others that, yes, this is the norm. I am the norm. I just hope that you consider that when you're considering a weight loss surgery. Have a good day, guys. Take care.